Let me tell you the story of the two Sues. I met Sue Johanson at a number of conferences because I replaced her on radio across Canada in the 90s. Her show was called the Sunday Night SEX Show. Mine was SEX with Sue, and she had retired from the Rock Radio Network when they brought me on. We both happened to be Susans by birth. It was a coincidence, and I took over her show. She was retiring, and then got on with, at that time was called the Women's Television Network, and did this television show and blew it up. We would laugh about it. I met her at a number of conferences, and she was a pioneer, an incredible nurse and SEX educator. Anyway, and it was interesting because sometimes people would confuse us, right? I'm Sue McGarvey, she's Sue Johanson. I have the SEX Sue trademark and brand, and hers was the Sunday Night SEX Show, and it was confusing. And I'd have partners. I am more than 40 years younger than her. She died at 93 today, so you can do the math. And I had partners who would say, oh yeah, well, I'm living with or dating with, SEX with Sue. And their eyes would get big, and he'd go, yeah, oh, even the old girls need it too. Because they would get us confused. She was on Letterman. She was amazing. And replacing her, big shoes to fill. And then she's been sort of off the radar in her 90s and 80s for, 15 years now. And it's been interesting to follow in those very big footsteps. She got the Order of Canada, and she went all over the country and all over North America at different schools talking about that. And we did an act at one point where we did the 2 condoms, and I would roll it all the way up to my armpit, and she would do the hysterical dialogue about it. So I'm owing this to Sue Johanson. If you don't know her, check out the TikTok clips. She said she would go on Letterman and Conan O'Brien and just crack them up and make them super uncomfortable because she looked like Dr. Ruth, but she was hysterically funny and kept them going and was fast and didn't miss a beat. Sue Johanson, thanks for being such a pioneer. Rest in peace.